23 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Africa time. Now, today, as we celebrate World Radio Day, we're not just honoring the medium, we're celebrating the cultural forces behind the medium. We're celebrating the information that the medium brings, and of course the opportunity to connect communities across generations. Now, our guest this evening in studio is someone who has lived, breathed, experienced the evolution of broadcasting for over 2 decades, from shaping station sounds to curating the music that comes between soundtracks of our lives, to producing content that travels beyond the airwaves. He is a true architect of modern day media storytelling, a multimedia professional, broadcaster, programmer, producer, and the founder and director of 76 Media. Mesia Gumede joins us this evening, having played a pivotal role in creating compelling narratives across the African continent through radio, television, and documentary platforms. Sir, that is all you. Hello. I see you giving me that look. That's why I started there. That is all you.
You speaking about me?
Absolutely.
Wagana.
Hey.
Wow.
Welcome to African Diaries.
Thank you so much for having me. I wouldn't have missed it for, I don't know. When you guys called me,
yeah.
But I don't know, it could be on the call. I don't know, I'm coming.
Absolutely.
And I told my kids,
yeah,
told everybody,
yeah,
that I'm going to be on radio.
I love that you say that. Let's reflect back. Let's go back to that first day on radio. Do you remember it?
I remember it. And we were at Hopola. They used to have the church youth thing where the youth would gather on a Friday, getting out of trouble and everything, out in Cape Town, Fishhook. That's where I was. That's where my radio life started. And a friend of mine who was Grand Rare, then he said, listen, I've got a radio show, a community radio station called Fishhook. What is it? I forgot the name of I forgot the name of the radio station. It'll come back to me.
Yeah.
And I was just a visitor. And he said, asked me 1 or 2 questions. Long story short, the next morning I get a call, but the station manager wants to see you. I'm scared as hell. Remember, I'm still in school.
Yeah.
Maybe Barakistan at 9 or matric at the time. And I shouldn't have spoken on radio. I'm in trouble. I'm going to have Grant fired. Okay, read this verse.
Yeah.
Okay, but on rapedisa pele before discipline.
Gonna make you read the Bible before the discipline comes. Yes.
And they said that, would you like to have a radio show?
Oh wow.
And I'm still at school. I said, I don't know. And
sure.
And then I got a radio show.
Yeah.
And every Friday, nanegasites homework. Tulang, he must do something because our child has a radio show to do.
And the privilege.
So that's where it started.
Yeah.
At CCFM, Christian radio station in Fishhook.
Yeah.
While I was still at Fishhook Senior High School.
Sure.
That was 1997.
Oh, wow.
Did I just say that?
No, I think it's highly impressive, though.
Yeah.
I think I'm enjoying listening to people's radio stories and how they got into the industry. And, that first moment when you switched on the mic and you realized this is powerful. Was that for you, the experience, when you switched on the mic? Did you feel like, no?
I still have the same butterflies I'm speaking to you right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm very, very nervous as I speak to you now, but with excitement at the same time.
Yeah.
But the power of this mic, it's such a responsibility that we sometimes take very for granted. That somebody who has never met you, will never meet you, makes an appointment with you instead of somebody else, but you. Yeah. As in this moment right now, they chose you.
Sure.
And if you're to ask them why, and the answer will make you cry.
Sure. Let's talk about the theater of the mind. That is the standard terminology when we're talking radio. What did that mean to you at the time?
At the time, there's one thing that they've told me, and it's that you have to believe that the person you're talking to is right next to you. that the 10 or 20, whoever people that you're talking to don't exist but one person. And therefore it brings the intimacy for every experience that whoever is that's listening to you, believing and feeling that you're only talking to them. Sure. And I've never lost that.
Sure. Do you see that in present day radio? This is a sidebar.
Oh Lord, you're gonna get me in trouble.
No. This is the point of the conversation, to reflect.
I don't see it anymore, and there's good reason. There's a lot of distractions in terms of multimedia platforms. Even me and you right now, in your hand you have a phone, I have a phone in front of me, there's a camera right above my head. There is so many other things that are happening. There's so many things that I need to satisfy at the same time instead of being present in the moment. And then also those things that have access to you need different things, and you are spreading yourself completely thin. And wherever you go, we always need some sort of acceptance and lose the idea and the feeling of being in the moment. And we searching for something that's cool away from this moment, which is called the mic.
I am humbled. I am graced, and it's going to be a beautiful way to end this World Radio Day. Joining me in studio is a multimedia professional, broadcaster, programmer, producer, and the founder and director of 76 Media. This is Mesia Gumede joining us in studio. You said something and it kind of got me thinking as you were talking about this very moment that we are in. We are having a conversation, but I'm out here looking at notes and I'm thinking of other things. And, are you seeing a reflection of the world on radio? The world has gotten busier.
The world needs our attention for its selfish needs. Yes, it's gotten busier, but not for our benefit. And if we're able in moments to shut ourselves from that world, because the world that exists that knows us, the one in front of us, Twitter, Instagram, all of those are completely fake. But now our dopamine, our need to be seen, to be heard, to feel like I matter in this moment, it's instant. It's just a matter of just opening your phone. How simple it is to have a fake feeling of being seen.
Sure.
Nothing is bigger than today receiving a call from a radio station to say, I want to talk to you on International Radio Day. It's like, come on. No post, no nothing. I'm not better. I'm a victim of it. Sure. I found myself scrolling, doom scrolling all the time. But in the moment that I stop, my headache is sore, I am in a bit of anxiety. I blame myself that I could have done something better. But in this moment, something better is happening.
Sure. I mean, we were supposed to be dissecting radio, but I feel like you're dissecting our lives. My goodness. Mr. Mesia, when you think of how radio's poured into other media forms. I mean, you've dealt with quite a bit. You've dealt with music, you've dealt with film, the telly. You've sort of seen the spectrum of the media space that we have. How has radio poured into that? Radio has been the true backbone of all those mediums. Sure.
And as much as we try to be cooler than radio, I don't think there'll be a day we'll see that we truly are. Yes, you would see TV, all of those things that are happening. I was talking to Kitty moments ago and saying that TV is pre-programmed. It's not instant. It's not real. Yes, it's necessary in many forms, but radio has poured into TV, into social media. Radio has allowed the platform for music. Radio has allowed for communities to exist, for communities to be informed. For when I say cheaper, even cheaper is expensive. For free, radio in the most remote areas of Africa or any other continent and places has been the most trusted friend, and the power that you speak about, I think, I don't want to say it's misused, but we've been detached from it.
Do you think that social media is replacing radio? And I say this because you made a very beautiful point. Trusted companion.
Yes.
We now have social media. The dopamine effect. If I want to see how many likes Sheila got on this video on TikTok, now I'm trending, is nice times. I don't need that friend anymore.
Social media will never replace radio. It is necessary for commercial purposes. And it's not necessary for you. It's necessary for commercial purposes. And yes, disseminating information through different platforms is necessary. But you would notice that the younger people right now, they're not sentimental anymore because of instant gratification.
Yeah.
Yes, news travel a lot faster. You would realize that even when it comes to music, hits are different, or even they come and go in a second, because I hear a song right now on radio.
Yeah.
You played it. I tuned in for you,
Yeah.
but I want it again. I'm not going to wait for you to play it again. I'm going to find it right here. And by the time I hear it again on your radio, I'm tired of it. So there's no sentimental value anymore because this thing has taken that away.
Sure. How do we rebuild the connection with a generation that is so familiar with instant gratification? I don't even fault them.
I don't. But I don't know if there's going back.
So how does radio position itself now?
I do not know, and I'm sad about it. Because radio cannot be fake.
Yeah.
But everything else can. So is news.
35 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time. I think we are being schooled in studio. If you want to share your questions, your thoughts, your views, find us on WhatsApp +27 83288 6684. Mr. Mesia.
Yes, ma'am.
We are supposed to be talking about how radio is fundamentally pouring to into these different spaces. However, I do feel that there's also a necessity to address radio in its present state. It's transformed. I mean, we are looking into cameras now.
Yes.
We are accessing different forms of information. Even the way we share information is different.
Correct.
Right? You spoke about the companion. The companion felt like a friend. Now we feel like informants.
Yes.
Where we are coming in with chunk load heavy kinds of information and data, and it feels like a bit of a mismatch. Would you say?
I would say that, and I would answer a question maybe you haven't asked yet, but it lives in this conversation. Is that how do we redress that? Radio to take its platform, or people to be aware. If you remember, many radio stations back in the 90s, before the 90s, community radio station was very, very important. Grassroots, grass has been walked on, it's dry, it's now no more grass. It's just how many likes do you have, how pretty you are, get on radio. It's the other way around now. If you are big on social media, maybe that would translate. It's no longer of people. I'm not saying everybody must pay their dues. Talent is very important, but it's only 10% of it's the other way around, and that is not noticed anymore. But even if it is, where do you get talent now? Where are the community radio stations? If you think of the Voice of Soweto, because that's where I was also. I was at Voice of Soweto for a year, not getting paid, sleeping on the table and waking up in the morning because I didn't have a car to go to my day job. I had a place to go and sleep, but I couldn't go sleep there because I had a nighttime job. I mean, a radio show, 10 to 2. At 2 o'clock in the morning, you can't go to your flat. You sleep there at the studio and then go straight to work. And the only time you go to a flat is after work to go shower so that you can catch a taxi back to the city before the taxi fell for a year. Sure. That does not make me better, but that gives me an ability to at times realize how lucky and privileged I am. So as a person who got on radio yesterday, sometime what they miss out on is in realizing. It's like how nearly a friend, a family, a partner. Sometimes we get lost in what's outside and realize, in this moment, this God-chosen path where I am is more important than anything else. It's fame. If there's no feedback of agreeing that you are beautiful or you sound amazing or this or that, we're gone. We're bored. Or they're bored, not me. That's why I could count up to 30 years of radio.
Shoo. 39 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Africa time. Again, if you want to send through your questions, find us on WhatsApp, +27 83288 6684. Quick breather when we get back. We wrap up conversations with Mr. Gumede.
Been thrown into a moment of wake up and do what you do best. This is Mesia Gumede, turning 50 on the 50th year since 1976. I'm throwing some hints, as you said, 76 media. But yes, I couldn't have been in any better place right now. This moment is my birthday right now.
This is your
not my birthday in some sort of this the day I was born.
Yes,
but I was born in 1976.
Hence
this
76.
is my 50th year.
Oh wow!
And it's been 50 years since 1976.
And all of it is culminating, coming together.
All of it is culminating.
Oh, the guest that joins us in studio this evening, honestly, here to take over African Diaries as it stands. He is a multimedia professional, a broadcaster, programmer, producer, and the founder and director of 76 Media. Let's talk about 76 Media.
It is inspired by a youth that, of course, there's been, the boil it was going to burst anyway, with what was happening then. And on this fatal day, 16 June 1976, they decided that they would fight. Yeah. But no one promised them the future, that they would see it or they would win the fight. The question is, did they? And our answer quick, yes, they did. Here we are. And 76 is exactly inspired by that. We believe that people's stories must be told in their own voice, in their own language, in their own tone, in their own pace. And people, before you even speak to them, you must know their environment. And only after that,
sure. Let's reflect on that a bit more, right? 1976, June 16, the Soweto uprising. We see students address the realities of the education at the time.
Yes.
And I think what stands out for me is that question, did they win? And I'm asking this because winning for very many feels like there should have been a trajectory of more wins. Do you feel that way?
I feel that way, and only if I also continue that fight.
Yeah.
It should never stop. And the idea of we are able to still continue, that's a win for me. There was a time that we couldn't. Or at least there was a time that you did, you would lose your life.
Sure. And when you talk about stories being told, what stories are we telling? What's the aim?
So much has been taken away from us, and especially in believing that we are beautiful people. We are kind people, beautiful, melanated, with innovations across Africa and the world. Most of it, or a good portion of it, being of our people. And we've been beaten down to doubt ourselves, beaten down to never really speak for ourselves. And stories that come right now, it's wanting to teach ourselves and those who have those stories to say there's no story that matters right now, right here, than your story. And when that happens, it allows us to know each other even far better, trust each other, and stand for each other, because here we are. Yes, I mean, I would shoot myself in the foot and say we speak English for good reason. Of course, we know it's parts of how the history has unfolded, but it doesn't take away the fact that rona batho ba bantsho botho is what should never be let go.
Yeah. And if you look at the concept of botho, ubuntu, for, I think, a colloquial term that everybody can relate to, Ubuntu, right? You are because I am, we are because each other,
yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Do you Do you see that being the grassroots expression in our storytelling?
Ask that again.
Do you see Ubuntu being the grassroots expression in our storytelling? Do you see Ubuntu coming into the fort where I'm not just telling you for the sake of Sheila telling you about herself, but I am sharing with purpose. I'm sharing for connection.
I see it and I believe in it,
Yeah.
but we have been told to doubt it. And that's the fight, to believe it.
That's the 2026 fight. Is that what we say? Yes?
Yes, it is, but it is a fight that has always been there. But those who had better and positioned themselves have put in infrastructure enough around us to continue having to prove hore ke motho, and it's okay to be a good person.
Yeah. I think because we are pressed for time, I mean, we could page through this diary entry until, but because we are time pressed, I want to put you on the spot and ask you to give us definition for radio. And this in the context of 2026, where social media and all the other media forms are finding ways to digitize themselves to stay relevant.
Radio is a friend that will always be there, and is a friend that we are getting disconnected from.
Sure.
And radio would never really call you and try to prove itself that I am the true friend you need. But unfortunately, as I said, the grassroots are almost no longer. So radio is hungry for talent. And when I say talent in a sense of you are here because you mean it. You are here for those who are listening. You are here to change somebody's life. You are here for somebody to take a U-turn on something that could have been bad to themselves, to the family. Somebody who wanted somebody to say, I see you. And in that, I would like to say, Bo Krek Maloka, Bo Neil Johnson, Bo Clive in Cape Town, and many other people that have put me forth and believed in me. And all the musicians that have still penning the stories of our African people, brothers and sisters. I see you, and I'm here because of you.
The voice there of media extraordinaire. And I say this because there are a number of titles that we need to get through before we say goodbye. A multimedia professional, broadcaster, programmer, producer, and the founder and director of 76 Media. That is the voice of Mesia Gumede joining us this evening. Sir, you did not come to answer a question this evening. You came to give wisdom. I'm telling you, this conversation, I believe, will live lifelong, especially for those who have an appreciation for the medium, those who want to tell authentic stories, but also want to connect. Because I think we've made connection internet. We've made connection speech. We haven't made it that heart-to-heart feel where I'm tuning into radio because Sheila's on. I'm tuning into radio because Mr. Messiah's on.
I would ask you something, and everybody who is here, maybe even listening, is do you know your neighbors, especially in Joburg?
Do
you?
No.
You don't dislike them. You know them by seeing them and saying hello. Where the fence was the fence, not the wall that's high. And right now, do you know your partners and your friends and what they're going through? Are you listening to them, or are you just browsing through the phone? Sure. This phone is the wall, and there's a physical wall also everywhere we go. And radio can break that.
Drops mic, some music, please.